and what's best for the people be what's running the thing. We're letting the thing be run by the people that are in power, that are corrupt, that want to keep the power.
If she didn't really know what was going on, right, which is what she's probably going to say later, I had no idea what my husband and his associates were doing. We'll wait and see what that is, but I think it's pretty freaking ironic.
Drama surrounding Senny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, just took a shocking turn. Picture this. You're sipping your morning coffee, scrolling through the news, and suddenly, boom. Her husband is at the center of a massive lawsuit. And we're not talking about just any case. This one involves nearly 200 defendants and serious allegations under New York's RICO Act. Dr. Hostin, a seasoned orthopedic surgeon, now finds himself entangled in what's being called one of the biggest legal battles of its kind. And as for Senny, let's just say the public spotlight on her has never been hotter.
According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgery.
Let's break it down. Dr. Manny Hostin has built a solid reputation in his field, running Hostin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine since 2006. With credentials from top institutions like Johns Hopkins, you'd think his career was rock solid. But now, serious allegations are surfacing. The lawsuit claims he performed unnecessary surgeries, billed for treatments that never happened, and took kickbacks disguised as legitimate payments. If true, this could be a major scandal, one that shakes public trust in the healthcare system.
Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket scandal.
This isn't just about one doctor or one clinic. It's a massive alleged fraud scheme involving nearly 200 defendants, including other medical professionals and healthcare facilities. The lawsuit, filed by American Transit Insurance Company, claims they were billed millions for what they call fraudulent medical services. Many of these procedures were linked to New York's no-fault insurance system, which is meant to quickly cover medical costs for car accident victims, no matter who's at fault. But here's the catch. Critics say these laws have created a loophole that's easy to exploit, and that's exactly where Dr. Hostin allegedly comes in.
No case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia.
According to the lawsuit, many of the patients involved were rideshare drivers, people who rely on their cars to make a living. The claim suggests that drivers in minor accidents were pushed toward unnecessary surgeries instead of standard treatments like physical therapy. Imagine a simple fender bender leading to an invasive procedure, all while insurance companies foot the bill for what they argue are inflated, or even fraudulent, claims. But this isn't just about money, it's about trust. Patients expect doctors to prioritize their well-being, not see them as paychecks. That said, these are still allegations, not facts. Dr. Hostin's attorney, Daniel Swartz, has fired back, calling the lawsuit baseless and accusing American Transit of trying to recover money as they face financial trouble. Senny Hostin isn't staying silent either. She's calling the case a smear campaign aimed at exploiting her celebrity status. She's also accusing American Transit of using her family's photos to sway public opinion. Her response: she's standing firm and planning to fight back with a defamation countersuit.
You know, Senny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance fraud.
What makes this case even more explosive is its connection to Senny Hostin's public image as a co-host of The View. Known for her sharp opinions and fearless takes on controversial topics, she's built a reputation as a champion for justice, often calling out systemic issues in politics, society, and even healthcare. But now, the tables have turned. Instead of holding others accountable, Senny is the one under scrutiny. Critics haven't wasted any time pointing out the irony. They see a disconnect between her outspoken persona and the serious allegations against her husband. And this isn't just any legal battle. It's one of the biggest RICO cases in New York's history. Then there's the wild card. Joe Rogan, the outspoken podcaster, didn't hold back, roasting Senny and The View. He accused her of hypocrisy and questioned how much she really knew about her husband's alleged actions. Rogan has a knack for cutting through the noise, and he went all in, mocking The View as a rabies-infested henhouse, where sensationalism outweighs substance. He even took shots at the intelligence of the hosts, a dig that, while harsh, landed well with his audience. His fans ran with it, flooding social media with memes and comments, turning this legal drama into a full-blown cultural spectacle.
It's a very serious crime. In fact, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, RICO case in New York's history.
But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Despite the headlines and speculation, the legal process is still in its early stages. Dr. Hostin hasn't been found guilty of anything, and his attorney has made it clear they plan to fight the allegations aggressively. What's at stake isn't just Dr. Hostin's career. It's also the integrity of the healthcare system and public trust in it. If these claims turn out to be true, they could expose deeper issues in the industry, from weaknesses in the insurance system to the ethical responsibilities of medical professionals. On the other hand, the defense argues this is nothing more than a cash grab.
Pat, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to...
Meanwhile, American Transit Insurance Company has its own motives to consider. Some reports suggest the company has struggled financially and faced accusations of mishandling claims in the past. So the big question is, are they truly uncovering a massive fraud scheme? Or is this just a strategic move to shift blame and recover losses? That adds another layer of complexity to an already tangled case. But beyond the legal and financial drama, there's a human side to this. What about the patients caught in the middle? This isn't just a courtroom battle, it's personal. Imagine trusting a doctor with your health, only to later question whether your treatment was unnecessary or even harmful. The emotional and physical toll of that can't be ignored, and it raises serious ethical concerns about the responsibility of medical professionals.
Essentially saying that it's a money grab, and they're also going to countersue for millions of dollars,
As the lawsuit unfolds, all eyes are on Sunny Hostin and how she handles the storm. Will she stand by her husband publicly, or will she distance herself to protect her own career? And then there's The View. The show thrives on controversy, but this kind of personal drama is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's exactly the type of headline-grabbing story that keeps viewers hooked. On the other, it puts Sunny under intense scrutiny, one that could overshadow the show's bigger goal of fostering meaningful discussion.
Nefarious stuff. Let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic...
Then there's the issue of public perception. Sunny has built her career on being outspoken and unapologetic. But this scandal is putting her credibility to the test. How can she continue to push for accountability and justice while facing allegations within her own family? It's a contradiction that hasn't gone unnoticed, and both her critics and supporters are wrestling with it. The stakes have never been higher, and the drama shows no signs of slowing down. With each new revelation, the story grows more complex, pulling in new players and raising fresh questions. What began as a legal case has turned into a cultural moment, sparking debates about ethics, accountability, and the responsibility of public figures in the court of public opinion. As Sunny herself would likely admit, this is far from over. The next chapter promises even more drama, and you can bet we'll be watching every twist and turn. Stay tuned. This story is just getting started.
It does not look well when your name ends up with 200 people in a RICO investigation. This is the biggest investigation since Giuliani shook the tree and a bunch of mobsters fell out, right? This is big stuff. And so, and thank you for bringing that video. It sure is ironic that she's up there. So,
storm surrounding Sunny Hostin isn't just about her husband's legal troubles. This is Sunny we're talking about. A woman who built her career on bold opinions and fiery statements. When you spend years calling out others, it's only a matter of time before the spotlight turns back on you. Accusations of hypocrisy have been piling up fast, and honestly, can you blame people? Between her husband's legal issues, her controversial takes on The View, and her reputation for stirring the pot, there's a lot to unpack here.
Sunny Hostin of The View, who's constantly raging about race and reparations and how bad America is and its racial past and all this.
Let's start with Sunny's on-air persona. She's never been shy about speaking her mind, often wearing her moral superiority like a crown. Whether calling out political figures, systemic issues, or even her own co-hosts, she's always been ready to voice her opinions. But here's the problem. When you position yourself as the ultimate truth teller, people expect you to live by those same standards. Right now, critics are having a field day pointing out the contradictions between her public stance and her private life. Take, for example, her comments about Melania Trump. Just a few episodes ago, Sunny went on a fiery rant saying, "I think she hates him. She doesn't want to be the First Lady anymore. She destroys the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas?" Whether you agreed with her or not, it was classic Sunny, unfiltered, biting, and full of speculation. But here's the kicker. While Sunny was busy psychoanalyzing Melania on national TV, her own husband was allegedly caught up in a scandal that could rock the medical world. To critics, the irony is hard to ignore. And it doesn't end there. Sunny's outspoken views have sparked more than a few disagreements. Remember when Alyssa Farrow Griffin snapped, "I don't think white women like being called uneducated." That was in response to Sunny's claim that uneducated white women were to blame for Donald Trump's victory. Sunny later tried to clarify, saying she meant non-college educated white women, but the damage was already done. Comments like these don't just fade away, they stick, giving critics more ammo to question her credibility. As the lawsuit unfolds, all eyes are on Sunny Hostin and how she handles the storm. Will she stand by her husband publicly, or will she distance herself to protect her own career? And then there's The View. The show thrives on controversy.